introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers.
Set to kick off.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Back to throw here. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago. And that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert. Boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They're going to look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
3rd down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer 1st.
Green Bay.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, that'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Gain of 13 yards.
13 yards, 1st down Packers. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. We're scoreless after 1. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. As they run the counter play. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, 49ers nothing. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
The ball carrier.
Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Rip left. Rip left.
Back to throw again. And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now 4th down coming up. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a handoff here to his running back. Touchdown, Packers.
Green Bay.
A great effort there. 96 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Montgomery on the counter. Powers through him. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Stays on his feet. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. And that'll be complete to Dillon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. And now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 41, Rodgers Open man here, Sims complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
16 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2-yard line.
2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Oh, yeah. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Packers 21, 49ers nothing. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This will make it into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 11 yards there. First down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Right back to him on first down. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tardy.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Rodgers again now. That'll be complete to the running back, A.J. Dillon. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times, and you can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 9 now. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 46-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they give this time to the tailback. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Bring it, baby, bring it!
On now is the Packers punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now left side on the swing pass. Oh, he pulls over him. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Watch 36. 36.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Jumper, 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 jumper. Slam, slam.
On the carry, it's Montgomery pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 7.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, we just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
On second down, Mostert. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Green Bay,